Raise your hand if you're looking up here by me. Okay, hands down.
I got rocks.
You guys are getting excited about rocks, and that is so cool because these rocks, I'm going to tell you how old these rocks are. These rocks are 1.5 billion years old.
What?
Not million, billion. That is, and these are special rocks from all around here. This is one special place. You want to know the name of these rocks?
Yeah! Yes!
This is called variable quartzite.
What? I put a quartz.
And it's a really hard rock. Did you know rocks can be, some can be hard and some can be harder and some can be soft? And this is a real hard rock. This is a real hard rock.
How about these ones?
And
did you know some people use rocks like fire?
hard rocks. Yeah. And sometimes rocks are different colors because they're made up of different things. Now, okay, raise your hand again. See this little shelter?
Yeah.
Before this was a state natural area, they used to come and get these rocks and haul them away in those railroad cars that you saw across the road over there. Yeah, they used to take dynamite here and explode it, and those rocks would come tumbling down, and then they'd put them in the railroad cars. But when they would explode, the men would hide in this little shelter over here, and we're just going to go in that shelter. We're going to leave these rocks here.
Start with the fire!
Again, this is Mrs. Austerhaf's class from Pineview Elementary.
Some interesting rocks today. And I want to tell you just a little bit about one of the rocks we're going to see. You've been to a lake, haven't you?
Yeah!
Okay. And in shallow water, sometimes you see little ripples in the sand? No?
Yes!
Raise your hand if sometime you see little ripples in the sand. Okay, good. So, here's my demonstration. We'll look at this a little bit so you can see. So, you know, the earth is still changing because sometimes you hear about earthquakes.
Yeah.
You've heard about earthquakes?
Yeah.
Where it shakes the ground and the buildings start shaking. Well, the earth is moving, and sometimes you've heard about volcanoes erupting. Have you heard about volcanoes?
No. Yeah.
So we're going to see a rock wall that was moved from flat on the ground under the ocean to straight up and down. It's amazing, and it happened, yeah, we're coming. So here's how it works. Here's my scientific demonstration here. So when there's an earthquake, the earth moves. And sometimes under the earth, parts of the earth crash together. So the earthquake moves, and everybody's shaking, and the buildings are shaking. And then in another 100,000 years again, it moves again. Oh, but look at what it's happening.
It's going up.
It's going up. It's like it's making a mountain. And people are shaking, and then in another 100,000 years, it does it again. And look at,
It's getting taller.
it's getting taller. It's making a mountain. And then another 100,000 years, and then it's almost as old as I am. It goes up, and now, look at this, it's straight up and down. And remember those ripples on the sand that were under the water? Now the ripples are up on this big wall. Oh, this is so cool, and that's what we're going to see today. Only no earthquakes today, I hope.
Those are the rocks.
We're going up there. I mean, we're not going up high. We're not going up there. We're going to be seeing them. We're going to be standing right next to it. Oh! All right, follow me.
And this is the first grade class from Pineview Elementary School in Reedsburg. Today we are at Ableman Gorge with Mr. Williams and Mrs. Maggio.
You guys ready? We're about to say bunny scat.
Bunny scat.
I think it's hooked.
The group is now on the way back or the return trip on their hike.
Your other hand is your quiet. So that is just another shelter again from when they were blasting. The men would go in there when they cut the dynamite off. But down here, look at these rocks. They look like they form a right angle, a wall, and then curves. Again, I'm thinking this is a thing for nature detectives. What used to be here? Or somebody said, I heard somebody say it was the stone house. Remember the three pigs?
No, I said that. Remember
You said that?
remember the steak house?
I don't know.
Yeah, the steak house on our
Okay,
last
just
visit.
wait here a minute. I have to talk to your teacher.
You don't like it in there? Sherry, do not go in there. Don't you dare. Yeah, you are. Hold on, I'm leaving. Don't go in there. No, thank you. God, it's scary.
Okay, boys, no.
Mom.
Yeah, be safe.
Oh, you're going.
Okay, I'll go in with you.
No way, I'm going in there when I'm older.
I gave them a wild idea. Come on, you guys gotta come up with somebody else right now. Carter, come on, Christian, let's go.
Did you like it in there? Was that cool? No, I did not like it. I was sorry. That's how you was fun. So fun. Carter. What's that thing called? A coyote. To communicate.
Oh, to communicate.
To his other coyotes to fly away.
Oh, that could be, yeah.
I think to let people know. Everybody know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I tried to
What
say.
about the party?
What? They having a coyote for this.
So it seems like maybe they could make their noise for all kinds of reasons.
Like if they're in danger,
Maybe,
if they're
yeah.
in danger, if they need to communicate, if
So-
they're having a coyote party.
Yeah, Mrs. Maggio had you do your bug wiggle and act like bugs. I'm going to have you do your best coyote call on 3. 1, 2, 3. Again. Now make it just a little more warbly. Now make it sound like you're afraid. Now make it sound like you're calling your cousin. thank you. Now,
Stop it, Abel.
some of you have noticed the cave up there.
I can't! I can't!
Yeah. I'm not going to go near it, but you guys can go up to it and take turns going in if you dare to.
Are you surprised?
Yeah.
That's coyote. That's I like the little coyote.
What kind that lives in the woods?
Yeah, that's where we're gonna go.
All right, guys. Whoa, just a minute, just a minute. Come on in a half circle again. I know, we're gonna go there. Well, you guys are gonna go there. I'm not going up
Wait, did you say how you have a place for us to go to climb?
to climb.
Mr. Williams. You said you did.
Soon you guys stop talking and let him talking. So then you can get up there and look.
I just heard you talking with Mrs. Maggio about coyotes. And if any of you live out in the country or maybe at the edge of the city, maybe you hear coyotes at night. And sometimes, why do you think coyotes make their noise? Yeah.
Because they so they come mad every single night.
So they what?
So they come mad every single night. Ow.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the animals know they're coming out.
Okay. Hold it. You guys are so energetic and so full of ideas. This, to me, is an opportunity for you to come up with a story, maybe when you get back to school. A story about what happened to the rabbit. And if it did disappear, who took it? What kind of animal might it be? Well, save it, and maybe if you've got time, you could make up a story about it, maybe individually, maybe as a class. And that's one of the reasons why we come outdoors, to find ways to make up stories, to get exercise, to learn about nature, all kinds of things. I think we've got time for one more step. A werewolf. What is a werewolf? Is that a werewolf?
Yeah.
What is she?
A duck. A dog.
A dog question. I don't see
Fox.
What?
a fox.
That could be a real one, yeah. I don't think werewolves are real, but a fox is real. So a fox, you know, mostly we don't have wolves around here, but there's always a possibility that a wolf could come by. So that's a possibility. Yes?
So somebody's have bones, right?
Has bones? Yeah.
I think.
You see bones?
Stay back, stay back.
What is it?
Stay back, please.
Micaiah, come all the way back. Nobody can see.
I want to see. I can't see.
Mr. Williams is checking to see if he sees any bones there.
Yeah, that's interesting. Sometimes the things you don't see are really important, and I don't see bones.
Wait, did that mean the fox different creature took the bones with them to find the truth where they are? Or maybe a wolf just.
Call you nature detectives? Well, I think I've come across a crime scene,
Oh!
and I need some detectives. So stay there so everybody can see.
What is it?
Okay.
What is that?
Fur.
For what?
Ah,
For what?
exactly. What kind of fur do you think this is?
Like a deer.
Honey, I would Raise your hand if you think this is funny. Yep, I think so too. So why would there be so much fur here?
Oh, because of...
Well, wait, I'm going to call on somebody who raises their hand. Yes.
I think
The animal was there, and what happened to it?
it might have attacked the bunny or something.
Oh, it got attacked? So that sounds... On the other hand, if you're standing still. Okay, hands down. When we were against that wall in the beginning, I said to look up and look at the plants. The plants were growing on the rocks. These trees here are amazing. Look at how they've grown around the rocks. So it started down here, and then the rock was there, and the tree is growing around the rock, and that tree is growing right up between the rocks.
Kristen.
And those are the roots.
Kristen.
And the roots are coming through. Nature is just amazing what it'll do to hang on to life and to grow. Isn't it cool?
It was 100 hits here. Let me try something.
What are they called?
Mushroom.
Well, it's the same kind of family, like a cousin to a mushroom, a fungus.
What?
And look at the tree. See the bark's coming off of this tree too, but it's different. So this tree is dying. So the mushrooms have the fungus there have a job to do. Their job is to turn this tree back into dirt. And they're going to need help. They'll get help from beetles, and they'll get help from moisture and bugs and woodpeckers. They're all going to turn this tree back into dirt. They'll make it fall down first.
Yeah, but how is that possible to turn a tree into dirt? How do you know?
All these things like that.
Here, look, I'll show you. That's a great question. Look out.
Maybe we'll find one.
Mr. Williams?
I have an answer to your question.
Mr. Williams, we found this.
I see so many eyes looking different places. Look this way, boys and girls. Look this way.
Oh, yeah, here, this answers your question.
What's your name?
Abel.
Abel had a really good question. He said, how is it possible to turn an old dead tree into dirt? Well, there's a lot of helpers, and what happens is parts of the tree fall down on the ground, right? You guys have all seen sticks? Yeah. Right? And as the sticks are down there longer, there's organisms that are so small you can't even see them unless you have a microscope. And along with fungus, they start breaking down the wood. The water starts breaking down the wood. This was hard wood, but look what I can do to it.
I can't scrape it off.
Yeah, and what does that become?
Dirt.
And that's how it changes into dirt.
And that's it on wood.
Yeah, so part of the wood isn't broken down yet, but it will become soil over time. So we can pass this around and you guys can feel it. Let's take turns, okay? And tell me one weird thing they notice about this tree. Just one weird thing. Okay, right now you see the bark off down on the ground. See if you can find a piece. You can pick it up, and I want you to look at it closely. It's all over the ground. Look at it closely. Does anyone have a piece that has a hole in it? Yeah, okay. So, okay, everyone put your bark pieces down now. What kind of thing, oh, this is a really good one. What kind of thing makes, oh, everyone else put their bark down now. What kind of thing makes holes
A bird.
in bark? So raise your hand and give me one idea. One idea.
A bird mouth.
Yeah, the beak of a bird could, right? What else? What do you think? Woodpecker? Yeah, that's a certain kind of bird, right? A woodpecker. What else? Any other ideas besides a bird? Yeah. Something little? Something super little that crawls around on the bark and bites its way through with its tiny mouth. Ooh, maybe centipede. What else?
There could be a bug that has like this, and then it can make a hole through a branch.
Oh, good. Okay.
I got an idea.
Carter.
Carter. I can't see you and you can't see me. Get over
I
here.
got an idea.
All right, 1 second. Before I hear your idea, I want to see everyone's best bug impression. Ready, go. Okay, you guys make much better kids than bugs, I have to say. Yes. Okay, thunderstorms do damage trees sometimes, but here's the story. So eyes this way on this little hole. I want you to use your imagination. I want you to imagine that you are a tiny egg, and that your mama beetle, called an emerald ash borer beetle, she's shiny green, and she just laid you on this bark. She went, boop. And she's you're a tiny little egg. And then when you hatch out of your egg, you're a super tiny little squirmy wormy larva. So show me your squirmy wormy. Squirmy, squirmy, squirmy. Good. And do you know what you guys eat?
What?
You eat like the inner bark of this tree.
Ew.
So, and you squirm your way in towards the center. So everyone squirm and eat. All right, now finally, when you're old enough, do you know what you're going to form? What do butterflies form when they're growing? First they're an egg, then they're a caterpillar, then what are they?
Butterflies.
No, there's something in between.
Oh, yeah. Cocoon.
Yes, they make a cocoon, but it's called a pupa. Can you say pupa?
Pupa.
Okay, so then you're a pupa inside the bark, and then you're still, everyone be really still. You're the pupa, you're in your little case. It's like a little hotel. And then all of a sudden you're ready to be a grown-up bug. Everyone ready to break out? Oh, break out! And then you have to use your sharp teeth to chew your way out of the tree. And then you make these little holes at the edge. And then you fly away with your beautiful green leaves.
Into the desert.
Oh, now, but here's the thing, you guys. Did we hurt this tree when we did that?
No. Yeah.
This tree looks hurt to me. Look at it.
It looks like a naked tree.
Yeah, the emerald ash borer actually does hurt the trees. And do you know what came and made all the bark come off when the tree was dying?
Beetles.
Who likes to come around and eat those larvae that you are? Yeah. The woodpeckers are the ones that pick away at the bark, makes the bark fall down when they're trying to eat you guys, the emerald ash borer. So we don't want to make it worse, but you can see that this tree is not healthy, is it? No. So yeah, is that where one of the bugs shoot its way out? Yeah, and then other
there's the same jerk as last time.
So those emerald ash borers are interesting, but they do hurt the trees. They're invasive. Can I say invasive?
Invasive.
They are sure interesting. Can you look around and see any other trees that have some bark that's fallen off? Hey, guys, over here. We'll have to look for that. We'll have to look for that as we walk back, where the bark is all gone. And if you see these holes, then you know the emerald ash borer came around and harmed this tree. You guys were really good at that. Maybe you're pretty good bugs after that. Let's make a
circle.
kind of like half a circle so that everyone gets a good look at this tree. We'll wait for all the kids to
Lily.
The children trying to make it up a rather steep little hill here.
This is a pretty good one.
We're going up. Oh, it's not that bad outside.
Can I see it? Can I see it? Is that hot out? Wow.
Called a thermometer.
I can't see it.
All right. Raise your hand if you're listening. Oh, we're going to move again. You'll get a little warmer then. I wear a thermometer to remind me about days like today, where it's cold in the morning, and then it warms up to at least 40 degrees. And then you know what happens at 40 degrees? Bugs start moving. And bugs start flying. Before that, they don't want to fly because it's too cold. You know the feeling?
Well, everyone sits down and try and bug your slugs very cold.
Maybe, yeah. So if you see a bug flying, let us know. And we could look for crystals if you want, or we could just wait. And sometimes we might just find them in the rocks here. Like you guys are doing. Whoop, stay back here though.
Keegan.
Right there.
You guys? Nope, stay here. We're gonna wait.
Ira.
Oh yeah, see, they're barely grow there. They don't really grow like plants though.
I know, you can go. I know that it's going to be good for me.
Stay down here though. Yeah.
Mrs. Osterhaus and Miss Maggio are taking several students at a time
Maybe if
up
you
to see
come
the
back in
cave.
1,000 years, they might be pretty long. Are you guys going to come back in 1,000 years?
No!
That's silly.
No, I don't want to go down. My foot is getting wet.
Going down this way.
This is real good.
Oh, you took a nice one.
Lily.
So this path up is a little bit tricky, but if we go a couple students at a time, then we could all have turns going up there to see it closer. So if you don't care about seeing the cave closer and you don't want to see it closer, you should go back over there by the other grottos. Mr. Williams is going to find some other cool stuff with you. But if you would like to see the cave, then you can stand over here and wait your turn. And I'll call on a couple kids at a time to go up there with me, okay? All right? Yep, 1, 2, stop. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll be the first group.
So was it part of a bigger piece that they break off like that every time?
Well, they're all real small. And then they break off probably with the freezing.
I found one. It's William.
Yep, that's part of one.
Remy.
Oh, here's one.
Tierney, keep going, honey.
Nope, that's just a terrible one.
Hey, Tierney, I found this.
This house is real small and it has edges.
Ellie, stop.
Stop!
It's quartz, but it's not a crystal. They've abandoned.
So features.
How about move back a little so the sun can shine on it?
Oh, good thinking.
Move back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come stand by me.
All right, stay right where you're at.
Good question. We didn't talk about that.
See this?
Crystal?
This is called a quartz crystal. And it's got a very definite shape. It's long and skinny, and it has 6 edges.
Wait, I'm skinny.
But you don't have 6 edges.
1, 2, 3, 4,
And
5, 6.
Sometimes it's nice and clear like this one. Sometimes it's different colors. And these things kind of grow in the rocks. So if you look closely, you can see some of them starting to grow here.
We'll take turns, okay? We'll take turns.
Every friends!
And yeah, inside there.
All right, if you had a close
Abel
look,
and Carter, why don't you sit back
if
and
you
let
had a
some other
close look, come back and let the other kids have a
Abel and
chance.
Carter.
I'm not sure what the white stuff is.
Abel?
Can you stand back and let the other
And
kids look
on
close?
the hill right here,
Oh, yeah.
if you look
That
close,
one's a little bit dirty, but
you might be able to find some of these.
it's fine. This is some mineral. He said he wasn't sure, but these are some minerals that come together. So it would be kind of like what you find in the vein.
The crystal.
So we've got this kind of moss that we've been seeing. But see this stuff? Can you see it? Well, there's another kind of lichen. Like we come up here before. This is another. Whoop, can you move back just a little bit? I'm going to give you a name. Are you ready for this name?
Yes!
This kind of lichen is called reindeer lichen. Are reindeer real?
Yes! Yeah.
Can they fly?
Yes! No. Yes!
Does anybody know another name for a reindeer?
Me? A buck?
A what?
A buck?
Well, that's the boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called a caribou. And they live way up north,
Oh, it's wet.
but they don't fly.
Have a root.
But this is called reindeer lichen because it's nice and soft, but when the sun comes out, it gets real hard and brittle, and if you step on it when it was dry, it would just crumble up. So we've got to be careful about all these things. Right now it's soft, and you can touch it gently. Always be gentle with things.
I'm touching it with a stick.
Carter, put it down.
Let's move over to
Put them in your pocket.
Yeah. Acorn. All right, we're moving, guys.
Okay, put your acorns down.
Did you find something?
Nope, just you can keep going. Gotcha, you can keep going. All right, got you too. All right.
Right here, and just go up and touch it gently. Put your hands on the mosses and feel it.
No, soft and weird. It wasn't there. Not weird. Not weird. And I ruined the beer. Okay. This is also how. Yeah. Acorn. Yeah. Acorn. Lefty. I found one too. That's cool. Look what I'm doing with the William. Mr. Williams? Yeah, that's right. No, there's probably...
So, can someone tell me what colors they saw on the wings of the bird? Okay, what else?
White.
Okay, what else? Any other colors besides brown and white? What other colors? Anything else besides brown and white? Which color? Oh, what?
Yellow for the beak.
Oh, but on the wings.
There's a mixture of the brown and white.
Okay, were the wings mostly white or mostly brown?
Black. Black.
Let's take a vote. Raise your hand if you saw mostly white on the wings. Those wings were mostly white. So that is not a turkey vulture. Turkey vulture's wings are brown with white at the tips on the feathers. But these wings were almost all white and they were big and broad wings. Do you know what we saw, you guys?
What? Eagle.
It wasn't an eagle. Eagle's wings are also mostly brown. We saw a hawk.
That's a hawk. Oh,
A hawk
I've
is
seen one of those
another
before.
bird. It's another hunting bird, so maybe he was flying around looking for a rabbit to capture him.
No. Or people.
No. What did you want to show us,
All
Mr.
right,
Williams?
guys, I want you to kneel along here.
Okay, everyone.
What is that? What is that? What is that? Cactus? Is that moss? Everywhere. Or cactus?
Yeah, these are little mosses. And if you put your ear down, put your ear down real close to it. And listen, everybody real quiet. Listening.
I hear something.
Nobody pays attention to me. Nobody pays attention to me. Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah. That's you.
But look at that. It looks like a little miniature forest here. Oh, and there's lots of rabbit scat.
Wait.
There's another rabbit
Wait,
scat.
that's not orange one.
Oh, you think the rabbit-
You see some of those cup lichens right over there?
Oh, can I touch one?
Sure.
It's a tiny one.
Another kind of moss.
Oh, what happened? Look at this thing. That's the one. That's so cute.
Stay out of what?
That's the plant that'll turn green again once it gets warmer.
Stop. It really stop. That's a weed. That's really
A weed.
Wow. Oh, that's a huge Come on. Start watching.
We're going to stop making a big fish over here. Go further. Come over.
You can come back then. This is also the house.
Come on. Oh, come on over this way. Stop. Get back. Come on in this way. Right there. Oh, move back. Just move back. Move back. Come on in. Move back. If you're in the front, get down. Now, one of the things about this area that most people miss is the stuff that's on the ground here. So, and now, wait, stay back. So there's little mosses and there's little lichens, and here's some little cup-shaped ones now, but also, can you see this little red dots here? Look at those little red dots. Those are my favorite lichens. They're called matchstick lichens or British soldier lichens, because the British soldiers always wore bright red. And little cups. Look at those little cups.
Right? I want to touch one.
Mr. Williams, are those alive?
Oh yeah, they're alive. They're alive. And lichens are two different plants that work together, that live together. It's amazing stuff. And here's a little red one here too.
Mr. Williams.
Yeah.
What happened to this one?
Well, that was a green plant, and it died off during the winter time. But these lichens stay green.
I'm something on my glove. You mean that last stuff? Yes.
Oh, I don't know what that is. It looks like a...
Mr. Williams, come here. We found a hole.
Oh, wait a minute. See this?
What is it?
Wait a minute, move back so everybody can see it.
Just let me hit myself. Thanks, I want to see.
This isn't alive. This, we're not going to touch it. Because it's rabbit scat. You know what scat is? Poop. Oh no, wait, there's more about rabbits. Here's, you know, what do rabbits eat?
Carrots.
Carrots, and out in the wild like this, what do rabbits eat? Grass and plants. And grass and plants are real hard to digest. In fact,
What are these?
wait, just a minute. The grass is so hard to digest that when cows eat grass, they've got 4 stomachs.
4 stomachs.
And deer have different sections in their stomach. But rabbits don't. Oh, you guys. So you know what rabbits do to digest the grass?
What?
They eat it twice.
What?
They eat it and then poop it and then eat it again. They eat their scat. Pretty gross, huh? So this is a special, what kind of tree is this? Juniper? Juniper berries?
There's more up there.
Maybe if you squeeze one of these, it might have a nice smell. Let's see.
This is the berries.
Those are really good food for wild animals. Birds, even coyotes will sometimes eat berries if they're desperate.
You can't really smell
If
it.
they want to smell it, they'll smell it.
Carter,
Get me out of here. Ew.
Nope.
That sounds good to me. What's going on here?
and then
To see. Let's be watching for tracks in the snow up ahead here.
I was trying to get
Yeah, I see that.
No, kick it. It's heavy. Nobody can take that.
All right, boys and girls. I want you to look up and look at the plants and the tree here growing on the rocks. I know. Isn't that amazing? Look at all this stuff growing right out of the rocks.
Oh yeah, you can mountain climb.
Oh, and the trees way up there. This is rock all the way up, and trees are growing on top. What?
We're not climbing. This cycles off all the way.
Carter, I'll be down.
Isn't that amazing? Nature is amazing.
I know.
All right, now we're going to go look at some brown stuff.
I'm just some
Demonstration down there with
Kristen, down.
the earth moving and going up.
Okay.
Okay, look at the rock behind you here. See all the ripples? That used to be flat, underwater. And it was by the edge of a lake or by the edge of the ocean, and it's got those ripples. And then it came together, and now it's up like that.
like a giant
okay,
foot.
so now take a look at some of the rocks. Lots of the rocks have moss on them. But take a look over here. Some rocks that don't have moss. Now, look way up there and see where those rocks are a little bit lighter? That changed just a couple of years ago. Some of those rocks fell. It broke. And sometimes we think about this as being here for hundreds of years and never changes. Just a couple of years ago, those rocks broke in. And they're down here now. So even around here, things are changing. Wouldn't that be something if we were here and some of those rocks fell?
That would be scary.
Very scary.
We should run that
I
way.
think it might fall this way. Now, I'm going to have you stand next to the wall over here. I want everyone to look up and to blow some air out toward the sky. The reason we're doing that is because this is a great place for turkey vultures.
What is turkey vulture?
Turkey vultures are big birds. They're really big, and when they're gliding, they're gliders. And their wings are in a little bit of a V. And they like to hang around the bluffs here. But they're one of the few birds that can smell. And I thought maybe if we blow our air up, they would smell people, and then they would start coming around. But it might be too early for them to be back. Now the other thing about turkey vultures, you know about birds building nests, right? Yeah. Usually later in the spring, the turkey vultures don't build nests, they hide in little caves up in their nests, and they lay their eggs in a cave.
Why?
Because it's safe for them. Where they're forced out.
Oh, I was about to sit on you. I was about to sit on you. What?
Okay, I want you to stay behind me now. All right, raise your hand if you're listening again.
I'm behind you.
Okay, so we would be in here if we were one of the workers, and they would explode that, and then the rocks would come, maybe some would hit here, but we would be safe because this is strong here. But see this stuff here?
Yeah.
Sometimes people carve their names on things and scratch their names on things, and that's called graffiti, and it's not okay. Because especially if it's on natural rocks, you know, people put their names on natural rocks. We don't want to see people scribbling unless it was done 10,000 years ago. Then maybe it's kind of exciting, but not 10 years ago. Oh, this looks like broken glass.
Remy found the crystal. I found it. Oh my!
Well,
Let me see.
there's broken glass in here.
Glass. Look at this.
All right, we're gonna go look at that wall.
Big rock. Okay.
Yeah.
Look how I think I'm going here.